Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to the 2025 mock IMO Assembly. Well, we are going to begin the session. First, there will be a presentation of the team Seaquence with the title Policy Proposals to Address the IMO Convention Implementation Gap Through IMSAS Reform. Please welcome the team with a big round of applause. And before the presentation, let us watch the introduction video of Seaquence.
IMO has established many conventions for safety and environment.
But implementation gaps remain among member states with different capacities. These gaps weaken global maritime governance.
To address this challenge, we propose the reform of IMSAS.
We are Team Sequence,
combining sea and sequence toward the systematic path
towards a safer and more sustainable ocean.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen and judges. We are Team Sequence. Through this presentation, we delve into the issue of the gap in the implementation of the IMO Convention and propose an organizational reform to better respond to the issue. Here's our roadmap. First, we define the implementation gap. Historically, it has often been attributed to a presumed lack of political will among member states. Instead, we identify three root causes. We close with the practical solutions to bridge the gap. For decades, our IMO had set strong global standards for safe ships and clean seas. But today, I'd like to share with you about how we are actually living up to those commitments on the ground. The plain truth is this: there is an implementation gap across our member states, and it is not closing. At its core, the gap stems from two things: the limits of our own audit scheme, IMSAS, and structural challenges within the IMO itself. First, IMSAS. It's good at spotting problems and suggesting fixes, but that's where it stops. Telling a member state to fix it without funding, technology, or experts does not move the needle. We are shifting the burden, not actually helping. Nigeria's case proves this point. They adopted the multiple regulations, but enforcement stalled. No sampling kits, no trained people. Advice on paper is not enough. Without capacity, recommendations don't touch the root problem. Our second challenge lies in our decision-making process. While our formal rules allow majority voting, but in reality, we default to consensus. When interests collide, that slows us down and waters down the outcome. The result? Rules that bake and weak. The vagueness tilts the field. Some countries game it, others get lost and fall further behind. We also pledge technical help to developing states, but that promise runs into the same consensus war. They get new obligations, not real support. Bottom line is that we are stuck in a loop and we are repeating it. Our third challenge is the information gap. The real shaping of rules happens behind closed doors, and the official paper lands too late. Countries left out of those rooms end up stuck with a framework they did not help build. Early access becomes a head start on implementation. Everyone else plays catch up. In short, the information gap is the implementation gap. We need to make sure everyone starts from the same line. So, to summarize, our audit scheme points out problems but offers no solutions. Our decision-making slows the progress that matters. And information asymmetry prevents a fair race. Put together, these three challenges combine to build a huge wall between us, the wall of the implementation gap. So, how can we break this cycle? We start where we have leverage, IMSAS. We reform it so audit comes with a real follow-through, not just the recommendations. Next up, we will walk you through our practical fixes and how we will roll them out.
Thank you. We've been thinking about 3 ideas to make IMSES stronger and more effective. First, an audit must not stop at pointing out problems. An audit must reach to support. The III Code Article 5.2 says member states need help to build their capacity. Capacity means people, equipment, and institutions. So if an audit finds a gap, we must create collective action plan. That plan must connect directly to the ITCP. For example, if a country does not have full sampling equipment, the system must deliver the equipment quickly, train people quickly, and upload the compliance report quickly. Think of this way. The doctor does not stop after giving a diagnosis. The doctor gives medicine and treatment. In the same way, IMSES must give both the diagnosis and the cure. Second, we must deal with repetition. Too often the same problems appear again and again, but they stay at the technical level and never reach policymakers. To fix this, the III subcommittee has to collect repeated non-compliance cases meticulously and set them as the MSC or MEPC agenda. In so doing, the policymakers are obliged to discuss and solve the non-compliance issues by the IMO's institutional process, and urgent problems cannot wait. In general, it takes 4 years to amend SOLAS regulations. But if a risk is serious, IMSES should push for new guidelines within 1 year. That's why policymakers need to detect the urgency and act fast. Third, we need clear and fair information. Today, audit results use different formats. Most of them commonly in English. This creates an unfair advantage in negotiations. The solution is simple. Publish audit results in one standard format. Provide them in all 6 IMO languages: English, French, Spanish, Arabic, Russian, and Chinese. If translating into all languages takes time, start with English, French, and Spanish, then add the others. This will reduce the information gap and make negotiations fair. So our 3 reforms are clear. First, connect audits to real support. Second, send repeated and urgent issues to policymakers. Third, share research in standard way and in many languages. The IMO plays an important role in improving maritime safety and technology. But to help every country grow together, we need to keep improving our system. There have been many discussions in the IMO, but not enough attention to how decisions are made or to the views of developing countries. Now is the moment to deliberate the proposed reforms. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much. And we are going to have a Q&A discussion regarding this presentation. So if any of the judges have the question, please proceed with it. Yes, please.
Thank you for your presentation. I briefly reviewed the IMSAS and ITCP frameworks of IMO last night. Under IMSAS, all member states are scheduled to be audited within a 7-year cycle, which meaning that approximately 25 member states undergo audit each year. In this context, which element should be prioritized when selecting member states to receive ITCP fund? Or you use the word assistance from the IMO. However, considering the limited ITCP fund and IMO budget, so it's a matter of money. So which categorization should be prioritized for selecting the countries who need such kind of support. Thank you.
Thank you, George. That's an insightful question. May I have a moment, please? The core of our idea is not to create a huge new fund. It's about achieving budget optimization, making the most of the resources we already have. By using the data from IMSAS audits, we can strategically direct ITCP funds to where they are needed most, based on clear criteria like risk and how often a problem occurs. So it's not about spending more, it's about smarter use. We believe this can lead to much better outcomes with the same budget without creating new financial burn. Thank you.
Can I ask more? So, in accordance with the result of audit, some score or some findings will be issued to the member state. Some countries will receive many observations, deficiencies, or other would not. However, in that case, which country should be eligible to receive ITCP fund? The low PSC score countries or the countries the capacity of economic capacity is low? Is there any such kind of categorization or priority for giving such kind of support?
Thank you, George. That's an excellent and practical point. Yes, the level of application will naturally differ among states, but that's exactly why our proposal is designed to be performance-based, not state-based. The support and implementation follow two criteria: risk level and frequency of non-compliance. This means a state with repeated safety gaps will get stronger, faster assistance, while one with minor issues will receive lighter, targeted support. It's not unequal treatment. It's proportionate implementation based on objective data. Thank you.
And any other judge? You're welcome to give question. Yes, please.
Okay. Thank you for your great presentation, and good morning, everyone. And my question is very short. According to your slide 10, the bottom of the slide, you proposed a new paragraph to 8.1, point 15. At the end of the paragraph, there is new words for appropriate policy remedies. So I just wondering, what do you mean appropriate policy remedies?
Sorry, one more, please.
You propose new paragraph 8.1 in the slide 10, and at the bottom of the paragraph, I read instructed by MSC or MEPC for appropriate policy remedies. So what is your idea? What do you mean appropriate policy remedies?
Professor, I'm so sorry. For the fairness of the evaluation, we respect the time limit. So
Okay.
you're out of time. I'm so sorry. And I'm so sorry for not giving you the time for the answer. Thank you very much for your presentation. Please return to your seat. I hope that you understand for the fairness of the evaluation and the contest. So I'm so sorry that I cannot give you the time. And we are going to invite the next presenter. Yes, please return to your seat. Thank you.